Hello and welcome to episode number 5 in Avion Photon Place in the world B30. Yes, the world has changed, or it has actually gotten a name now. Before it was called Flower Valley, like the main area, but now the world has an official name, B30, which came from actually taking the seed and converting it to Unicode characters. I converted the seed to binary and divided it into 4 pieces. And from each of the bits, I converted them to Unicode. And we got B30. So that's the world. And where am I now, you might ask. After that nice intro, well, I don't know if it was nice, but it might be improved a bit. But still, after that intro, we ended up here in the middle of nowhere. It's just raining and a little bit of grass plains. But this is actually the spawn of the world. So this is where if you download the world and has never been in it, I think you will end up here. So that's my hope, that people that join the world from the download or directly with me on whatever server it's hosted on will end up here. And what I have done outside of filming it is to build a path to Flower Valley. I streamed it on Twitch. I'm sorry if you wanted to watch it and missed it, but you can find my Twitch stream on twitch.tv/avionphoton, all together without any strange things. Yeah, so let's start walking along this path in the rain. I don't care about getting wet. So today's episode, what are we gonna do? Well, we can talk about this path first. So I wanted to make a simple path that's not that densely traveled. It's just few people that has come and gone by here during the years, adding some nice slabs for convenience and marking the path here and there with a torch, so that you can also find a way in the night, which is very nice. I actually tried it and it wasn't that easy to find a way. So I spaced out the torches, so if you have a render distance of at least 5, you should see the torch. Like this is the farthest between the torch, this desert part, I think. But every time you reach a new torch, you should be able to see the next one. Here the path is very barely marked by sandstone. Maybe something I will add to later. So that's about the path. It's very simple. And today we're gonna go to the Acacian Ascendancy, which is the project name of the building in the desert, no, in the savanna, sorry, that is going to be populated by desert villagers and is being built in a collaborative effort with people from Flower Valley and 7 desert villagers that are sick of their lives in the desert. And this is a bit of a tricky part on the path. Yeah, so today I thought about we're going to pick some colors for the build, what to choose in the bottom of the build. I considered using new blocks, but I don't think we have time for excursion, so we will go with probably something from terracotta. And so that's what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna start building a little bit of a foundation for the building. And also, since we are partly role-playing this, it's assumed that for bringing a lot of materials, the Flower Valley miner, I don't remember his name at the moment, sorry, but he's very strong and he's been digging a tunnel to connect the minecart from Flower Valley to bring the resources by minecart. So we're going to work a little bit on digging the tunnel and we had to find the correct coordinates to connect properly. So that's the plan for today, nothing too ambitious. So we come up on Flower Valley here. And yeah, so we're going to start. We're going to the Potter. I improved this path, by the way, as well here. Because I couldn't see my way in all the grass. Oh, can I jump up? Yeah. So we're going directly to... yeah, let's see some more changes I did on the stream, which was... I think I did them on the stream. To put signs with the names of the people living in Flower Valley. So each little house has a sign showing the person and the craft done. We can go down here. So here we have the dyer. Oh, it's the sign of the name is on the other side. So let's go. If I can manage to go out here. Here lives Bem, designer and dyer and weaver. But today we're going here, past the dog, to here, to Des, Potter and Glazer. So here we're going in to look at terracotta for the savanna build. So let's look at primary colors here first. What do we have for the foundation to look nice? I'm thinking this white terracotta would really look nice. Perhaps mixing in a little bit of brown, keeping the colors very simple. There's also black. It's quite dark. Let's see how it looks when we place it. Where can we place it? Outdoors here. I have to look. Where? There. Alright. Black terracotta. Oh, I will have to get my tools too. So let's go and get the tools real quick. Yeah, so the tools are stored here in the life tree. That's what I like to call this giant tree. And so we need, today we need definitely, let's bring the picks. We don't need the sword and the axe just in case. I made some diamond boots. I failed at making enchantments. I wanted feather falling. It's most important for a survival builder to have a feather falling when you're building up high. So that's about it to bring from here. Maybe torches. We are unpeaceful, so we don't need to eat. Yeah. Yeah, so I think this will be a nice color scheme actually, using the black terracotta and the brown and the white terracotta. So I'm happy with that. And let's get the tools in order. Something like this. Not using the silk touch as a primary tool. And we can head over and start building. So as I was walking along this path, I realized we should probably have a path now to the Acacian Ascendancy. It should diverge somewhere here to the right. So that's something to build for the next stream on Twitch, which might be on Sunday. Yeah, I should stream on Sunday evening. Let's say at 7 p.m. on Sunday in Greenwich Mean Time +1. I hope you can find out what it is in your time zone. Alright, so here we are at the Acacian Ascendancy in the night, with the night's starry sky coming up after the sunset. And one thing I also did since last episode is to write all the names of the characters from Flower Valley and the desert villages here on signs, both for myself and for you. But let's not go into that. Maybe as a bonus, if we have time in the end, we will read the names and say who they are. So let's start just building now around here. And I thought keep it circular and try to... I also brought some cobblestone to fill in any gaps and see what we can get. If we just encircle this with a terracotta. And I'll try to keep a level here that is dark. And then, so here for example you would fill in with cobblestone to to support the building. And just leave the markers for now and take out the stone that is in the way. So then gradually change the color as we go up from the dark terracotta to the more lighter one. And this makes for a crappy circle, but I guess we could do this and perhaps fill in let's fill in this. And later we might revise the shapes. So I think for now let's just improvise the circle here. It's not exactly circular. Sorry about the signs being in the way. Fix that later. Let's put up this torch. And yeah, that's the first foundation of the circle. So then I would continue with the brown terracotta on top here. See how quickly we can do this. Because we want to have time for other things too. So let me know if you think this is very boring to watch me build, or if you want to see me build, or just want to see the results. We can adapt the videos. You can also leave any suggestions you want for how to improve the build, or ideas you have that you'd like to see me do. I'll be happy to oblige on that. Not just build myself. This is a let's build. Anyway, so there we have the second layer, which I thought was going to be nice in brown. Let's step back a bit. So let's just build on stone, and then the building comes up. I think we switch directly, or maybe not. Maybe we go another dark layer actually. It could look very nice. I imagine a fusion between an orientally influenced building and African and very modern somehow, or I don't know, like sustainable living. We're out of materials, so I think this will do for now, and I've finished the rest of camera. Okay, so here we are back at the Bem's house, the dyer's house. You can take a look at this bedroom. It's a very nice little bedroom he has here. So I want to talk about, since I didn't have any more black terracotta, I have to use octopus's ink sacs, which goes against the non-violence. So I basically only take insects that I find from octopus that die by themselves. I don't go and kill any octopuses. I would like to have either a mod or that Mojang updates the game so that we can use something else to dye things black. The ideal or natural thing would be charcoal, of course, which is not very used, otherwise only initially in the game. Since after you have charcoal, after you find coal and you get good tools, you usually don't make charcoal. So anyway, let's dye this terracotta here till we have enough. Oh, is it not that? No, it's like this, I think. We use that up. And since we went back to Flower Valley anyway, I want to take the chance to show you. Here is where Esh the miner smelter lives, sleeps here, and we're also going to use a lot of terracotta, and that means we will have to go to the mesa and get more, the brown and the black, and maybe, I don't know if there's black, but at least the white terracotta we could get, I think, there. Yeah, so we can take a look at the mines where Esh will dig the tunnel to the Acacian Ascendancy in the savanna, So this mine shaft, or this mine track, it goes down to the mine shafts. Then there is another mine track, there's not very advanced, which goes over to the desert village and the mesa to the east. So here's where we'll have to connect somehow the new station of the Acacian Ascendancy. So making the actual connection will have to wait for another episode, but we could already look at the coordinates to know more or less where we have to go and dig. So I'll take a note of the coordinates here. 290 in the, I think, in the east-western direction, 583 or 584 in the south and north direction, and we're gonna be level with the track. Comes here, we are at level 60 in the y coordinates. And that was all I wanted to show you here. Let's go back to the savanna. Okay, so here we are back at the Acacian Ascendancy. I finished the 3 layers beneath. I started on this 4th layer on the top with the white terracotta, and I think this will look really good. See, oh, we have a tree here. I think we have to chop this down, so we can use the axe for something. Just make sure we replant it somewhere. Oh, okay. There and there we go. Let's take a look how it looks like. This can be really nice, I think. And then we will continue the building with using the white terracotta all the way up, and maybe extend some walkways around here to get up onto the top of the building, and also to enter the building. I haven't thought about yet, so we will figure that out. But I think for now this is really nice, and nice foundation to lay the first floor on top of the rocks here, and maybe make the rocks extend a little bit around to make it look more natural. Something to do for the stream on Sunday, I think. And next, let's start to take a look down here at digging the tunnel for bringing the resources by minecart. Let's see how the coordinates are. So we walk here towards east. We can see the x coordinate increasing. That means that we are here at 279, and we need to go to 290. So we need to dig. There's 13 blocks here. So let's imagine that we are Esh, the strong miner here, starting to dig a nice tunnel towards the east. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring a torch. And 3 more. See if we got it right. We went too far. But that's fine. Here's where we have to dig south. So let's mark that. Sorry about all the text. Here. And it will be the same width, with the track going away on the left side perhaps, and the track going back on the right side. And here we'll make a curve somehow. Perhaps we'll make a more smooth curve later, but I think to start digging it's easier to dig it out straight and make the curves later. And I think digging south we won't dig all the way. Oh, iron. But instead stop and think about the station design before we make any large holes in the walls there, because that station is very nicely decorated, so we don't want to destroy it. So I think that's about it for this episode, and perhaps we can finish with looking at the names of the people in Flower Valley and the people in coming in from the desert village. Oh, before we look at the signs, I realized I need to improve this temporary storage here, so maybe add a chest over here for the clay. We already have here a chest for the wood, and here for the stone, which is getting filled and dirt as well, almost to the top already. I don't know why I have coal in the inventory. Maybe some items here should go in their own chest as well. So everything very neat. It's nice to be organized in a larger project. So we can take out these things that are not exactly wood and place them here. And of course, eventually the Acacian Ascendancy will be self-sustainable. That means they will have to have storages of their own. So all these chests will come to use eventually. Hopefully move in the nice location inside the building, which I haven't decided yet. Perhaps in the cave that we add some storage rooms. So let's look at the signs. Avi, that's me. Avion Photon. I imagine myself as some kind of mystic and poet. Basically just goes around and fools with everyone and doesn't do much useful. Then we have Sis and Fair. And Fair is the wizard of our valley. And Sis is an ice elemental or ice golem, lives in this ice temple. And then Est is the receptionist. Ope the forester. And Esh we already talked about today, the miner, smelter, and Tool, which has a very appropriate name, makes tools. She is the smith and the stonemason. Then we have Kam, which is, I don't actually remember, something to do with plants. And Kin is a trader. I also think he harvests. Yes, Kam grows the plants. And Azu is herbalist and explorer. She goes traveling, looting temples and finding everything outside Flower Valley. Makes also the maps. And then we have Vin, a landscaper, I think, that is very good at shaping the land according to builds and also planning the builds. Then we have Des and Gam, the potter and the sand glassmaker. So we already visited today Des' house. And then Bem, we also visited the dyer and weaver. But then we have Tall, which is very special. He has telepathic abilities and communicates with animals. That's all he does basically. Then we have the villagers. Oh, we don't have the sign, it's on the other side. The villagers from the desert: Sar, Nash, Dval, Tam. And I don't have any professions yet. I don't know how we can find now the sign. I have to go jump inside, I think. See if we can make it. No! Alright, just dig a hole over here. What an awkward ending to this episode. Here is the sign, which is Aram, Just, and Madhu. And let's bring it outside so we can have them all together. Let's place it here instead. Aram, Just, and Madhu. There we go. Try to make symbols for each of them, but I haven't found any for these guys yet. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed, and see you in the 6th episode next week. or on the stream on Sunday, of course. Bye bye.